everyone, my name is Kim Lepp and I'm the owner of Instead Vancouver. And today I want to talk to you about the 40-70 rule. Have you ever had your family or loved one say to you, I do not need help, I will not get help, and don't bring it up again? We hear this all the time. So what I want to do is I want to give you 7 simple steps on how you can communicate with your loved one. The first one is to get started. Really all you want to do is observe. Maybe you know something isn't quite right, but you don't want to jump in and say, okay, you need help. You want to take time, look and see if there's anything that's out that you really feel that you need to bring up to their attention. The second part is really to talk it out. You've noticed something. You bring it up to your loved one and they're saying, absolutely not, you're wrong. So then now you have seen and observed certain things that they've done, and you can actually bring that up to them and say, hey Dad, what about, you put what should have been in the fridge, you put it in the oven. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on, right? So those are things that you have to actually have something that you've observed so that you can actually bring it up to them. The next step is step number 3. This is sooner than later. And what I mean by that is that when you notice that something is going on with your mom or dad, like they're not eating, or you notice that they're tripping on things, it's better to talk to them than leave it. I know it's a hard conversation, but it's very important because if you leave it, it can go on to something even worse. Step number 4, no baby talk. These are adults. You don't want to patronize them. Please make sure you treat them with respect. I know you really want to, and you're feeling like they are children because they're kind of acting like children, but don't patronize them. Step number 5 is maximizing the independence. Please, even if you want to have care for them or if they need care, always make sure that you maximize their independence. I always like to say, think of yourself. Would you like everything taken away from you? Absolutely not. You'd still want to do things on your own. So that is so important. Please make sure that you do that. Just whatever they love to do, maybe you can get the caregivers to help them do that so that their independence is still there. Step number 6, be aware of the whole situation. We see this quite often, and actually what it is that usually it's when someone has a loved one that has passed away and they're on their own. And so they're not eating. They're not sleeping well. This is the time when we really need to see, like maybe they do need a little bit more support. And so you have that conversation. And it especially happens after a death of a loved one. So really sit down and have that conversation. Would you like to have somebody with you? Is there something that you would like to have in the home that will help you get through this? Step number 7 is probably my most important thing that I can say to you, and that is get help. Being a caregiver for a loved one is so demanding, and there's many resources. You can go out into the community. There's lots of help in the senior community. You can get help from a company like ours, Instead. You can get help from the Alzheimer's Society, but reach out and get that help. You're not alone. There are many, many people out there that have loved ones that need help. Thank you very much for listening, but if you want any more information, you just press this button and you can actually get the whole pamphlet downloaded free of charge. And there is so much information in there, right from end of life, how to prepare for the end of life, tons of resources in there that can actually help you with your loved one. And you can call us at 604-428-9977 anytime, and we will help you with anything that you need. And thank you very much again for listening.